So in this video, we are going to do the second exercise with options, which is just kind of continuing with what we were doing in the last video. Now, as you can see, I will upload this file on Blackboard so you can have access to what I'm doing. But as you can see, I just copied the kind of what we did in the last exercise, but I changed something, and this is something very important. That now we are analyzing not buying a call, but we are analyzing buying a put. And that is very different to what we did previously. But not very different, but somehow different. So the strike price in this exercise is going to be the same. It's going to be 25 again, and the premium is going to be again 0.5. So we have the same numbers, but because of this, because instead of buying a call, now we are buying a put, things are going to be different, okay? Especially in the way we analyze the results. So I will keep almost everything. This exercise and no exercise is something that you should take note, so you remember what does that mean. Also, if you read the news and you see that a company is exercising their options on wherever, then you know what we are talking about. So I also have the graph, so it will get, I don't know, kind of, it will refresh every time that I change the data, so it will be easier for us to follow what I am doing. But, okay, so let's start the exercise. From this table, we are going to do again the table and the graph, and we are going to analyze the break-even point, at the money, in the money, out of the money. And from this table, I will keep the first line because since we have the same numbers, the same strike and the same premium, we can keep it like that. Remember, try to place the premium, the strike in the middle, and then add or subtract the premium to the right and the left. So that's what we already did. That's what I'm not going to change. For the premium, let's think about the premium. Again, I am buying an option. What am I buying? Well, I am buying the right to sell something because it's a put. I have the right, I paid for that right to sell a good, which good? Again, the dollar. So I have the right and the choice to sell $1. At what price? At 25. So if I want, I can sell my dollar at 25 pesos. Or if I don't want to, then I don't want to, I don't sell it, and then I just use the market. So if I paid for that right, I need to account for that premium. So again, it's going to be minus 0.5 in all the cases. Why? Because it doesn't matter what happens on the market or what is your decision, you already paid for your premium. That's why it's going to be negative. That's premium. And exercise or not, it's going to change a little bit in here, the logic, because now we are selling. So we are going to decide if we want to exercise the option, if the price is higher, right? Because we are selling, so we want to sell expensive. So let's do the analysis. Remember, in exercise or not, you need to go step by step, column by column, asking what do you want to do, exercise or not exercise. So let's begin at 23.5. The market is 23.5. And I have an option that gives me the choice to sell it at 25. So where do I want to sell? In the market or in the option? Well, the answer will be in the option because it's more expensive, right? I want to sell my dollar at 25 pesos. That means exercise, use the option. And what do I do when I exercise the option? I need to account for the difference. So what is the difference between 23.5 and 25? Well, it is 1.5. And that difference is going to be positive, right? Because I am happy from selling my option at a higher price than the market. So it's 1.5. Then in the next column, it is very similar. It's going to be plus 1 because the difference is 1. And it's positive because I am happy from selling my option at a higher price. Then in the next one, again, it's going to be a profit of 0.5. I am still happy because I am selling my dollar at 25 instead of 24.5. Then at 25, I don't care. So when you don't care, it's a 0. At 24.5, I think I prefer to sell my dollar in the market, right? So if I prefer to sell my dollar in the market, that means no exercise. And what do we do when we don't exercise? Just write a 0, okay? I prefer to go to the market and sell it at 25.5. So then I forget about my option. I just go to the market and I sell it in the market. So no exercise. At 26 is the same. I prefer 26. So 0 and 0. And then remember, the last thing is just to do just adding the two numbers, adding this and this, and you get a profit of 1. Then this and this, you get a profit of 0.5, then 0, then minus 0.5, minus 0.5, minus 0.5. So as you can see here in the graph, because I already did the graph, and it just refresh automatically. You can do the graph by hand or you can do it in Excel. But the thing is that if we analyze the graph, again, we have limited losses of 0.5. So the worst thing that can happen is that I lose 0.5. And then to the left, in this case, as you can see, on the left is the right side of my graph. Why? Because I am happy when the market goes down, when the market goes bad. Why? Because I have the option of selling it at 25. So I am happy if the market goes down, then I have more profit. So what I am going to do now is to analyze the graph using the break-even point, at the money, that kind of thing. So the first thing that I always ask is, where is the break-even point? In this case, the break-even point is in here, right? Break-even point. Because in here, my profits are 0. I don't make profit, but I don't make a loss. Then the next thing that I always ask is, where is at the money? Remember, at the money is the place where the graph changes. It is a place where you don't care if you want to go to the market or if you want to go to and use your option, or it is also the same number as the strike. So in this case, it's 25. This will be at the money. And then the next thing is, which is the bright side, the happy side of the graph? So I am happy, sorry, happy is on the left now. It's different from what we did in the last exercise, right? Because the last exercise, the happy side was on the right. That's why I say, don't try to memorize, right is happy, left is sad. So in this case, it's the left. It's when you have the line going up. So it is in the money. And out of the money will be on the right side, because that is the sad side of the graph. It's when you are having losses. It's out of the money. Okay. So this is the second exercise. Now we're buying a put. We are going to do 2 more when we sell call and when we sell put.